Anyway, chat, YouTube, it's tech time. This time for a little bit of a blue-red Eldrazi aggro shell. That's playing It That Heralds the Ends in the 2-drop slot, which I think is pretty dang spicy. Gives your other stuff +1/+1 and makes 7+ drops a little bit cheaper. You got Wastescape Battlemage, which you can kick for a green or a blue and a colorless, and then you can either exile an artifact or enchantment or bounce a creature. Chalice the Void, stop the pesky 1-drops for prowess. 4 copies of the best card in modern Kozilek's command. Some Eldrazi Skyspawners, which makes an additional body for Linebreaker, so it makes Linebreaker that much better. Same with the Fleshraker, you get to kind of go like Fleshraker's Skyspawner, go super wide, and then Linebreaker gets make it one Eldrazi of choice, super large. You got the 4 copies of Thought-Knot Seer to spike Thought-Knot Seer on turn 2. And then for the 7+ drops that we could put under the Ugin's Lab, we got Devourer of Destiny for consistency. Nulldrifter to draw if we need to evoke it, and then Sire the 7 Deaths if we need a top end card against prowess or energy. Mana base wise, I got 4 Cavern of Souls to make stuff uncounterable, and I've got a lot of kindred lands in the Secluded Courtyard. We've got Eldrazi Temple, Ugin's Lab, of course. 1 Gemstone Caverns, 1 Unclaimed Territory, and a Wastes. Sideboard wise, 3 copies of Dismember for some removal, some Null Elemental Blast for Zoo, or whatever multicolored cards come up. Maybe it's pretty good against Flage as well. A couple copies of Warping Wail for countering sorceries or exiling cheap creatures. Cursed Totem for anything that has a lot of activated abilities like Yawgmoth or Samwise. 3 copies of Disruptor Flute for Pithing Needle on a stick, and then 3 Trinispheres for prowess. Let's give it a shot. It's a keeper. I think I'm going turn 1 Wastescape Battlemage also. We're gonna go Chalice on 2, or we could play Linebreaker. Hasn't Yogg suffered enough? Iridescent Vine Lasher. Am I in the gold leagues? Holy shit. Gold League staple? Hello. Good luck. Have fun. But secretly, I want to say, why do you have a Vine Lasher in play? Okay. Soren. So we get the Cake, and then we get the Exile Soren. Make spawns. Make spawns. Exile Soren. And Chalice. I don't know if they're playing. I have to assume they're playing Necro, right? Yeah. I don't actually know if Chalice on one is that good. Maybe I should just held those for the Linebreaker. Mama. Eldrazi. Let's just kick Wastescape Battlemage to get this Necro out of here. I wish I could kick her both. Bouncing the Vine Lash is pretty tempting also. I think we just kick it with green. Bouncing the Vine Lasher and then making it uncastable on the way down because the Chalice is pretty maniacal as well, though. Sorin. Cracks Bloodstain Mire. Surveils. They're at 6. I'm at 14. I think it's time to break the line. Because Vine Lasher has done like 6 damage, though. It's going kind of crazy with it. I didn't do any math. I don't know if I'm supposed to attack with all 3 here, but I think they have to jump. Oh, I guess they don't have to jump because I attacked everything. Oh, they're at 1. I forgot this thing is lifelink. If I just attacked with Linebreaker, then they would have had to block with Vine Lasher or Soren. I guess they did anyways. Probably the same thing. That's right. It's time to pull out the red and 6. Goes up to 2. They can attack, go up to 3. Soul Spike concedes. Three ball in. I actually think Chalice is that good. I don't know how many 1-drops they're actually playing, but I don't know if Chalice is worth it. Let's just make a simple change. I think Dismember is too painful for us to use against Sorin. The turn 1 Wastescape Battlemage gives me like Eye of Ugin, Eldrazi Mimic vibes. Another Vine Lasher. It's Vine Lasher that's going to end my career. It's good while it lasted. Sorin? I just attack for 4 or 5. That's a good Eldrazi. Turn 2 hits you for 5. Despairs my linebacker. Correct. Or some. Oh. Maybe I kick this, bounce Sorin. I don't know if this is worth it compared to just like waiting for Necro to come down and then exiling Necro. Like they have another Despairs. Untimely Malfunction. Untimely Malfunction. Bounce the Lizard instead. Alright. So they get Offspring it. That's adorable. I'm getting worked by this Vine Lasher. Chet. Fun fact. This thing's an assassin. It has synergies with Ezio. Getting my Vine lashed so badly right now. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Raising? Simpler times, BFG. Simpler times. Yeah, Brainwave's cooking right now. What the? I kind of want to leave these back. Attack with 1. I could double block Sorin. How you doing, Teferi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Discount off the It That Heralds. Drawing with Licktwain. Yeah, hitting the devious Licktwain. So dumb. Think they have Soul Spike in hand? Spike. I accidentally. Spiky. I see that you're the prime of the 24 months. I appreciate the 2 years of continued support. Welcome back. I accidentally handed my SpongeBob boating license to the cashier today, and they didn't find it as funny as I did. Can't block? They're paying 7 life, so I can't block? Am I gonna die from this? This untimely malfunction is going absolutely crazy. I think I'm dead. Dude, this untimely malfunction went crazy. Why did I attack? I died. Yeah, wait, were you buying, like, alcohol? I know, like, ID, please. We lost to Mono Blackburn. Oh, time to turn off the stream. Pack it all up. Move out of the country and never come back. It's been real, fellas. I was, in fact, buying beer. Come on, that's pretty funny. Invest in Vine Lasher. Get your Vine Lashes. Extra, extra. Vine Lasher crushes Eldrazi. Gonti's Machinations. Anybody part of the Mac Nation? Alright, don't misclick challenge kind of hard. TKS. I try to take their Sorin. Despairs. Alright, I gotta take Despairs. Gonti's Macadamia. Ooh, back-to-back Linebreaker. They could Soul Spike Linebreaker if they wanted to. But I'm only making them stronger with their Machinations. They bumped me. Uncastable Skyspawner. I want to K command X1. If I do an X1 right now, I could try to hit blue source for next turn. It's not great though. But also I can give this thing haste and attack with it. Temple. They have so much energy. Rude. How am I gonna haste my spawn now? Could have also just giant K command instead of line breaking, but then they like send their soul spike at my line breaker. That's kind of bad for me. Yeah, it'd be one turn cycle before we get Sire, right? 2, 4, 5. Oh no, I can. I could totally hasty Sire. I love you, Temple. Sky Spawner jump scare. Yep, has to soul spike the line breaker because they can't beat the hasty Sire, which makes sense to me. Let's go. Hero's Demise, destroy target legendary creature. That doesn't seem like it. Not making any claims here. That makes 2 of us. Oh, that untimely malfunction to make my Sire not be able to block was crazy. That was crazy work. No, my Chalice. No, would it be ashamed if you're gonna hold up counterspell against my infinite Cavern of Souls? Repurposing Bane? That's true, you could repurposing Bane into it. Is there one that involves you not running other artifacts? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna play Fleshraker and pass. I'm gonna get hit by this frog. I didn't even think Chalice was that good against you, because I wasn't sure exactly what list you were playing. I ended up boarding out the Chalices. After seeing what you had game 3 with the Machinations and the Fatal Push, I should have definitely left them in. But I boarded out Chalices for Trinisphere, so it wasn't a massive downgrade. I'm gonna stun. You're not gonna stun. I don't think it's that bad. I also don't think it's good. I can go Skyspawner into Linebreaker, yeah. Wow, they're two different looking Eldrazi spawns. Gross. I gotta kill Kaito, right? Kaito gotta die. 7-Eyed Kaito. Who you? Kaito gotta go. It's a 1-1. I actually didn't know that. I was like, no way I lose to this. It's an ETB, Eldrazi with an ETB instead of a cast trigger. I know, few and far between nowadays. This could be bad if they have Bowmaster. It's only an opponent controls, so I can't bounce my Sky Spawner. If MH3 spawns were 1-1s, Kozilek's command would be the best card ever printed ever in the history of the universe. I guess that's not true. Black Lotus still exists, but in the context of mod, it'd be the best card ever. Or I know Eldrazi Displacer. That was the ban Eldrazi card I was forgetting. That card was sweet. I think I'm just supposed to run out 2 battle mages. Uncounterably, I guess. We're just gonna go for lethal this turn. I want to target one of the Wastescape Battlemage. Do you think they have Cryptic Command? Is this Cryptic Command? I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind if it's Cryptic Command. No. Shoot the Sheriff? Bowmaster. Oh, yeah, that card's real bad in a Bowmaster, too. Hey, I got a Bowmaster off the table, though. Means I can Nulldrifter safely. Redeploy Frog makes sense to me. Devourer. Uncounterable Devourer. It's cool. I actually don't hate no Elemental Blast against the Frog deck. I know it only kills Frog, but it kills Frog for 1 mana. It also kills Kaito, right? Destroy target multicolored permanent. It kills Kaito on my turn. Could bring a Cursed Totem for the Frogs also, but that seems like going overboard for not a lot. Skyspawner, it was okay there, I guess. It was kind of bad that it got just bowmastered for no real value. But I don't know. It's in the deck. I figured I'd try it. Maybe Warping Wail's fine. Nah, that checks on resolution. Trinisphere could be okay. Better than Chalice? Probably. Let's cut the Chalices. I'm not a big fan of Chalice postboard. Especially through Consign. Chalice doesn't seem too good. I'd also cut Nulldrifter for Bowmaster. Maybe Nulldrifter's just too good. Eldrazi Quaddledew? Is that the one that is a counterspell? Or a Wastescape Battlemage? Force Spike. There's one that's like a hard counterspell. I forget which one that is though. Really bad. It's gonna be a sick turn. It's a turn 1 Fleshraker. Into like turn 2 Skyspawner shenanigans. Could have been a turn 1 Blood Moon in a different timeline. Wish I was living in that timeline. No, don't fatal push him. He did nothing wrong. No. Let's play in the Skyspawner. Might as well. If I play a frog here, I can bounce back to their hand with Battle Mage. 1-1. Crazy stats. Pretty bad in a Bowmaster, though. Probably have consigned for this, but I figured worth a shot. Don't consign me, please. I'm the Pokemon Grandmaster of the world. After this weekend. Tries not to get consigned, gets consigned a lot. Such is life. Harbinger. So rude. Alright, new plan. 7 mana into Sire. Shouldn't use that Kozilek command, evidently. Alter the Brood plus Water Crystal. It's kind of spicy. This Harbinger card might be pretty good. Alright. I don't think I could actually win unless I top deck basic wastes. But even then, it seems tough. We can just scoop. Maybe I do need excuse me, maybe I do need a couple copies of Dismember over the Sky Spawners. The Sky Spawner is just so bad in a Bowmaster. Let's take the Dismembers. I don't know if I need more than 2 though. Yeah, Blood Moon effects are great against this deck. That's partially the reason why this deck's viable in the first place is because there's such a downtick of those type of effects going around right now. Soul Land, please. Was a lot of not soul lands or lands in general. That's also not a land. Hmm. Should have restarted Magic Online again. We'll do that after this match. I think it would be all 6. That would need to share a color, but I'm not 100% sure. It's for their frogs or kaitos. Mostly frog. Or you can counter Ketramos in the stack too, because it seems like they are Esper. I'm not sure if they're playing Ketramos or not. Wow, that's a lot of Devour. Bottom of the deck. The 6 if it shares 2, then repeat the process. So you need to repeat the process. Let's say your opponent has drawn their opening 7 and it's like turn 4. They're down 10 cards. 50 left. You have to repeat the process. Why can't I do basic math? 7, 8 times. Exactly 8 times, right? Well, assuming you milled them off of the tutelage the turn prior. So, would really love a land drop here. That'd be very cool. Hmm. Subtlety. Bottom. It was pretty tragic. I exiled the top 4 because none of them were lands, and then we drew Devour, Trinisphere. Not much is actually castable anymore. Alright, we dead. Great. Not a great hand. Even worse hand? I mean, I gotta keep it. Go back to Secludeds. Those are some bad hands. Man, I kept a 1-land Surveil land hand at the RC, and it just fell apart. Everything fell apart. I was already on like a mold of 6 or 5 or something like that, and I kept 1 Surveil land on the draw, and I just never saw my second land. That's so sad. Skyspawner. That's right. Play your Ragster into Skyspawner. Oh, they been Flage. Okay, they're a powerful wizard. Gotta move with caution. Fleshraker down. They don't know that this is a 1-1. Wait, Sky Spawner's actually cracked. Nobody knows this is a 1-1. No clue. Now, Liz, thank you. Appreciate the follow. More Druzy. I'm supposed to hold this Wastescape Battlemage. Kind of scary, though. Not even sure it mattered that I blew him out with that. If I don't get to the Sire of the 7 deaths, I will die. Need another E-Temple off the top. Ocelot? Yep, I am. They finally got me. Hasty Ragster, Hasty Voice of Victory. That'd be really scary. It's so back. Yeah, you're right. It is so back. So back to being D tier garbage. Flying Ragster. Got my Devourer of Destiny. So I can bounce the Ragster back to their hand. Then play Skyspawner. Oh no, I can't do both. Oh, I could do both. Maybe bounce the Cat's better. I could double kick Battlemage, exile Treasure, bounce Cat, and block Skyspawner on that. But getting the Skyspawner down means that I can guarantee Sire of the Seven Deaths next turn. I'm gonna double kick this. No, this is correct. Magic Online's so laggy right now. Maybe it's my internet. How many frames have we dropped? What was the internet? I dropped 3K frames. Prison needs better Wi-Fi. Second of Johnny. Oh, it's so over. Gotta draw land. I got a 0. Kill my Skyspawner. Hit me for 8. I draw land. I still go to dead. Massive Monk. Oh, God of Souls. Okay. That was not close. Think about the Null Elemental Blast. It actually kills a flip Dejani. Funny enough, because Dejani's red-white when it flips. Also deals with Flage. I think the 3 balls and the Chalices are both okay. Drop the Nulldrifters. And maybe, I don't know, Skyspawner looked wholly unimpressive as well. Chalice on, I'm dead. It's got 2 Devourers. I think it's a keeper. But it's like not a hand I'm proud to keep. Unless we find another soul land on top. Find the Temple. Alright, let's keep Secluded Courtyard. Let's keep Secluded Courtyard. Losing 2k commands is pretty painful as well. Hit that Heralds the end go. I couldn't even cast the Sire. I was one off to be able to cast it. Uzi. Evidently, I'm not very talented at drawing soul lands. Kind of tempted to attack with both here. Glad I didn't. I don't know how many lands this list is playing, but it feels like it's 10 too few sometimes. The top 6 or top 8, there were 2 lands. I guess it was top 7 because I saw one twice. How many lands are we playing? Was Druzy aggro? 20. They're rough for 20 lands. Rex the Marsh Flats gets plains. Lage. Yeah, at least they can't Flage Linebreaker. They are gonna Flage the hit the Heralds and do a lot of damage anyways. Then I'm gonna gain a life back, 2 life back, 11. Another Devourer under there. Oh no. Blood Moon, Goblin Bombardment, Spyro, Voice of Victory. I think I have to take the Goblin Bombardment. You can just play another Secluded Courtyard because it's only on one copy of this effect. Which one of them is it? It's Unclaimed Territory that there's one of? Or Secluded? I don't know. Just go with more copies of that. Another Guide of Souls. Into Voice of Victory. Escape Battlemage. I bounced the Ocelot Pred. The problem is the Voice of Victory is going to end my career. This sucks. I don't think I have a good play. Guide of Souls is just OP. I think my play was to draw Eldrazi Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, I'll be going to 1 if I cast Thought-Knot Seer. If I cast Wastescape Battlemage and I bounce Voice of Victory, I guess I stay pretty healthy, but I can just cast Blood Moon. I'm losing on board. Finally got me. Saddest thing I've ever seen. But also, Ocelot Pride plus Voice of Victory is going to be cracked as hell, too. Alright, looks like we're having some issues. Alright. Resolve said issues. If I haste Thought-Knot Seer and I attack with all of them, honestly, I don't think I have a bunch of a choice. I might just be dead on the crackback, but this is going to force a couple chump blocks on cat tokens. Alright, well, I blocked the wrong Thought-Knot Seer. I think they thought that the 7/4 Thought-Knot Seer had trample, but only the Eldrazi Linebreaker itself has trample. It doesn't give other stuff trample. Income and Speezy. They're going to gain so much life. The 2 Voice of Victories plus copying the cats and the Voice of Victory tokens at the end step. I can't compete with this. So much board presence so quickly. Yeah, that was my first mistake, huh? I think my second mistake was just missing land drops. I've not done a very good job of hitting my land drops this league in general. That was yesterday. I wasn't going to stream. Yesterday, I was spent all day on a plane. Tomorrow's probably going to be a coin flip on whether or not I stream, and then I'll be back on Monday for sure. They're at 24. I've died. That didn't feel good. And has more than 1 or 2 lands in it. Probably a keeper. It's got no fast lands currently because I can't imprint anything. But I probably have to keep this hand regardless. A Sofnum. They have the 26. They massacred him. So sad, man. Soul land. Imprintable. Imprintable. Looks like this is black white. Or it could be that red white Belcher list. Black white Belcher? Nah, it's just black white. Black white Belcher? Black white Belcher's back on the table. What did they take? I missed it. They took Witch Enchanter. I think it's a Fleshraker go type of turn. Thank you for the over 2 years, Sofnum. I appreciate it. I have to imagine they have some sort of answer for this. Or maybe they just Flicker Wisp. Recruiter for Flicker Wisp. Linebreaker's not too bad here. Unless they're gonna go get Solitude and Solitude this. I had a White Orchid Phantom instead. I suppose I could just Kozilek's command for a lot. Yeah, let's plan on doing Kozilek's command for 2. Which will thus turn into 3. We're gonna go get our basic mountain if they're gonna White Orchid Phantom. And we can go like Linebreaker, Linebreaker maybe. I don't mind losing the Devourer here. Tragedy. But a necessary one. It's kind of funny. They could still be on Belcher. They could be on black-white with Belcher. Exile and then make spawns. I think it would be absolutely ludicrous if they were. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Oh, another Fleshraker. Well, let's start here. And then we're going to Cake. Cake for 1. And I'll trigger the Fleshrakers because it's just a refund. Alright, they died. They died. Black, white. White, black. Dismember. I could see an argument for no elemental blast, but they're not playing Ketramose. They're playing the Vile version. I was out the Chalices and call it a day. I guess Disruptor Flute could be good. They do have the Vile. Let's cut the Nulldrifters and be greedy. Cut the Nulldrifters and they complain when we don't have enough imprintables. Like, where did we go wrong? Wait, his hand's insane. I just need to find another imprintable. Simple enough, right? Don't take my Devourer. I need that to imprint with. It took TKS. It's possible I could like imprint. And then they have White Orchid Phantom. Oh, let's just take another TKS. This is the highest upside play, but it's also the most susceptible to them having land destruction. Especially if it's Vindicate. I guess not really, because I can bounce it back and then imprint it on this Labyrinth. Sire. Alright, we pass back and hope to not get Vindicated. Plus side of getting Vindicated is that they just don't have a lot of pressure. I could have gone turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer here, but I don't know if I want to just open myself up to infinite land destruction after that. Maybe I should just bit the bullet and printed the Sire. Oh no, bro. I should have bit the bullet. All right, I've lost my entire hand. Despair. So hateful. All because I didn't turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. I didn't think they were gonna have that. I was like, maybe they vindicate my land. But no, they're on the full hater tech. Aim to Torok ++. They're gonna bones Sire. I also bone Thought-Knot Seer and then draw step Thought-Knot Seer. Yep, I'm taking 7. Maybe the draw step Thought-Knot Seer is better for them though. It's just padding their life total pretty nicely. I think Skyspawner's ass, by the way, chat. I think that's the conclusion I'm coming to about Skyspawner. I think this card is legal in the format. Bounces back. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. White Orchid Phantom. Get our basic wastes. Let's get the Devour the White Orchid Phantom and then block the Emperor Bones. Maybe it's better to take out the Emperor Bones. I don't know. This blocks pretty well. The Druzy. Around Mana Tithe. Exile White Orchid Phantom. Plan on blocking the Emperor Bones. Keep chipping away in the air for 2. Hopefully they don't have Solitude. Hopefully they don't have Bone Zone number 2. I guess Bone Zone number 2 is like a lot worse here. No Solitude. You Solitude. I just don't think I can ever forgive you for this. I guess the Sky Spawner does trade favorably into the Solitude. 1 point for Sky Spawner. Hit that heralds the end. Oh, we're playing it. I think I just pass and plan on doing what I said I was gonna do. Double blocking here is not great. Gets blown out by pretty much everything. Yo, Frodo Vest, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Montagna. Man, this Shatter Assumptions actually ended my career. Oh, my courtyard, my cavern. I'm out of basics. So much hate. How do you have this much hate in your soul? Flute. Okay. Good old white black. I take Warping Wail over Flute. Maybe honestly Nulldrifter is better than Flute. Flute seems kind of whatever. As Shatter Assumptions was. No words for that Shatter Assumptions. There's always room for more hate. I gotta start Trash talking. So close. Oh, so close. All right. I really do not think this deck has enough lands. Thinking 22 is probably ideal. Put back Lab Mountain. So we can find like a Linebreaker on top. It's either Linebreaker or Skyspawner. Probably just Linebreaker. Turn two or turn one Herald, turn two Linebreaker. Hope for the best. Try not to get Solitude. It gets Solitude a lot. I put one card on top. You hate to see it. I'm attacking him for 8 this turn. It's not nothing. But also, I can't do a lot about Solitude. Looks like they're F6, so they don't have Solitude. White Orchid Phantom. Grab a Wastes. Battle Mage. Taste up this here Battle Mage. It's a 6/3. They take 4, they lose their White Orchid Phantoms. They can't blink their White Orchid Phantom anymore. Survive! Solitude. So we're not going to be able to kill them this turn. But I don't think we're in too bad of a spot. We got a Dismember still. That I believe we could just hold on to. I don't think there's a need to dismember this recruiter right now. I guess it's worse against Ephemerate if I don't do it now. But it's better against Bone Zone. I think I'm more scared of Bone Zone. We can send in. They block 1, take 2. Maybe they don't block at all, take 5, go to 2. Land number 4. Goes to 4. Witch Enchanter. I think we win. Unless Solitude. Wow. 20 land strikes again. That's good. Back to Battle Mage, keep this Kozilek's command. I can never tell if this is Toe Jam and Earl or Earthworm Jim, but this time it's Earthworm Jim, not Toe Jam and Earl. Either way, the song slaps. Opponent's not even here. Come back, opponent. Yay, shouting into the abyss worked. Speak into the abyss, and sometimes it speaks back. I don't think I'm casting Kozilek's command, so we're just gonna hold that one. Mistraz Village. Alright, it's standard blue-white omniscience. I would say a lot of decks lead on Mistraz Village in Modern. Not so uncommon in Standard, though. Oh, we're going for it. We're neoforming. I know we got a Disciple for at least. Oh, this might be a quick match. That is indeed a Gristlebrand. I gotta find Consign in Memory though. Let's see if they find Consign in Memory. There goes one of their 2 consigns. Yeah, that's the only way they survive the pack. So they gotta draw 14 cards at end step here. Hit consign, consign, and then go from there. Oh, so lucky. So lucky. It's actually tragic. And then they neoform. They could draw and then neoform this into Galta. And then just put a million things into play. Yeah, I played Mono Red Belcher before. I don't think it's very strong. Both halves of Mono Red Belcher lose to Consign in Memory. The Dragon loses to Consign, the Belcher loses to Consign. It is fast, but I don't know. It's just so bad against the Consign decks. I have a Pokemon tournament this weekend. Not quite Magic. I'm gonna blow up my lands. I don't think I could beat that. It's a regionals. It's got 2,300 players attending, I think. It's kind of massive. It's a lot of people. Only I could kick this Wastescape Battlemage. Absolutely massive. Playing Gardevoir with Arvin. Arvin kind of fell out of favor. I'm also not playing a Budu, which might be a mistake, but Ian has hypothesized that Budu's not the move right now. I guess the Chalices are kind of good against Neobrand. The Null Blast should be good. Cursed Totem's kind of good. Stops Gristlebrand. Disruptor Flute also stops Gristlebrand, though. And then Warping Wail shuts off Neoform. So many randomly mediocre cards in this matchup. It's a sus choice. I have no personal affiliation or affinity for Gardevoir. It's just a top tier deck. If I had the choice, I'd be playing like Pikachu Box. Pikachu Box is not good enough. Or I'd be playing like Pidgeot Control, but Pidgeot Control also not good enough right now. I gotta cut 8 cards. What are the worst 8 cards here? Maybe Hit That Heralds the End isn't good enough. Battlemage is kind of okay because it can bounce like whatever they bring off of the Neoform. It's also Exile's Birthing Ritual. Got a couple Sires and Chalice on 2 is like kind of hard to get to. I think Null Elemental Blast is good because it counters Neoform. Probably good enough, anyways. New. I have quite a few looks at Ugin's Lab. Return through Trinisphere. Let's keep this and try to turn through Trinisphere. Joltik Box. I was trying out Joltik Box. I don't know. The Pikachu stuff, I could always hit one good hit with it, and then I feel like it would just run out of steam so fast. Like, you knock out your opponent's best thing, and if they have the opportunity or time to rebuild, you kind of just run out of energy sometimes. I tried it. I wasn't a huge fan. It's a cool list, though. I might also just leave a consign in memory on turn 1 here. Yep, they got the consign. Oh, no, they don't. Let's go. They put one card on top. Plays Besaju. Guess that means they have another Besaju. That's true. Iron Hands is really good. Amping the one prizers. Problem is if you're like up against a fat EX Pokemon that you like have to use Pikachu and they build up another fat EX Pokemon. I do like the deck though. Aesthetically, I think Jolting Box is my favorite deck in the current standard meta. I'm also just a Joltik fan. Don't besiege me, I'll die. And they're casting a birthing ritual. The kids have their own bracket for Pokemon. There's a junior, a senior, and a master league. The juniors like young kids. I think it was senior league. That's what they call it, if I remember correctly. That's like teenagers, and then the masters, is everybody else. So if you're playing the masters division, then it's just like the same demographic as Magic. Yeah, and some of those kids are better than good adults. Some of those kids are grinders. Or they're sharks. I don't know what this card does, by the way. Storm what now? 6 mana, 6/7. Null Elemental Blast. Scoops to the Null Elemental Blast. You can't underestimate kids. Kids are dangerous. They have a lot of free time and their brain is functioning at 100%. Unlike me, whose brain is like maybe 45% on a good day. I don't think they're allowed to enter the Masters. Pretty sure they have to go in their age division. Yeah, they don't have a lot to think about, so they have a lot of free time just to sink into card games. I can put back the Linebreaker. His hand is bad, though. Humble Brags over here with 45% brain on a good day. I'm probably just dead. Beans a consign to memory. Well, I hate that for me. You can play into the Null Elemental Blast again. As soon as I get out of jail, Timmy. Then it's Lantern time. Breathing Ritual. Oh, they're going for it. Mere Frog or Persist or a random Necrodome list. I would play whatever you have the most reps in. They missed? Did they have Consign in hand? They did already been Consign. They can replicate this through the Chalice and survive. The consign in hand. Okay, miss again. Pretty please. One more whiff for mankind. Galta. Into Atraxa. That's crazy! Alright. We tried. Rip. You have completed the league. Would you get prizes for like 3-2 or 2-3? No, you get nothing. Makes sense. Well, Rip. I thought Skyspawner was really bad, by the way, chat. I would not play Skyspawner if I would run this back. Play 4 Chalices, though. Awkward list. Awkward. Anywho, chat. Let's Wii Shop Wednesday it up. Get y'all on out of here. I'll either see you tomorrow or Monday.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.